We're talking about war survivor story here with Ben Taitingfong Taisipik. Ben, let's go. You were at the concentration camp. You have some stories about when they cut this dog in half that you were holding, basically. Tell us about that.
I feel like it just happened last week because I cannot forget that. It kept giving me a flashback once in a while. Just before the invasion of the beach in Asan and Agat, the Japanese started killing dogs at the camp, concentration camp. And I was under the impression that they were eating it, or going to eat it. But we found out later that when they abandon and they go to the jungle, they don't want the dog to follow them and lead them to the Marine Patrol.
Yeah.
So this particular sergeant told me to go get a dog, which is our own dog.
Your personal dog, yeah.
So I took it out to the camp, and he told me to hold it. While I was holding it, he was getting ready to chop his head off with his sword, and the dog moved forward, and I reached forward to grab the dog back. And he got mad because he didn't cut his head off, he cut his half of the dog off. And then he started chewing me out. He got mad at me that I'm not doing my job. And that incident, that particular experience stayed with me for so long.
It's still with you at this point?
Well, not that bad anymore, but really up until the time that I joined the military and I came aboard submarine. I started to more or less forget the incident. But every once in a while it comes back on me. But the chewing is the one that really bothers me. It's not the dog.
Yeah.
Because the dog is dead already. But he got so mad at me that he chewed me out so bad that I thought he was going to kill me by just chewing me out.
And he had the sword or the bayonet. Yeah.
He still got the sword on his hand.
Yeah.
And I figure that the way I look at it, probably I'm the next dog that he's going to cut up.
Yeah. Now you saw that. I mean, of course, that incident right there. Your own family dog was cut in half. The head was exposed, but because you pulled him back, it cut, I guess, probably the middle of the body. But you saw more of this as well. I mean, you didn't just see animals die. You saw people get killed as well.
Oh yeah, we almost experienced my own uncle. This interpreter by the name of Chiara was supposed to get married, so they came to our ranch at the Seaman. And they asked for us to cater one of a water buffalo for their wedding. And my oldest uncle refused to give it away because, at that time, water buffalo is like a tractor nowadays.
Sure.
It's so usable for farming. But then the whole family started crying. The commotion that give it away because it's not worth it. Because they already told that if he doesn't cater that water buffalo, that they're going to cut his head off. And they already got him kneeling down with his hand tied behind his back. Until my grandmother told me, said, go ahead and take the water buffalo. So that saved his life from being cut off.
Yeah. Now, the invasion, how old are you when the invasion happened? Did you guys hear about this, again, that the Americans were coming?
No, we were forced to march. Forced march to Manengan. We took the hillside up to Planta, down to Manengan. And then after we got to Manengan, we were so hungry, thirsty, so we have to start drinking from the river. And I guess the river is clean because I'm still alive right now.
Well, Irene was saying everybody used that for cooking, for bathing, forever. Last week she told us
but we were going back to a concentration camp. We were forced march. Once we got to the camp, we established a hut. Then we were told that the invasion is imminent. They instruct us to start building a cave on the side of the riverbank for our protection. And they're going to leave behind some Japanese squad to protect us. But at that time, we don't trust, we don't trust that they're going to protect us. So there's a commotion taking place a few days later, and that commotion is that the Japanese left their post. They went somewhere where nobody knows. So the Chamorros start yelling that the abandoned place, there's food left behind. So people started to help themselves with whatever food were left behind. And at the same time, the 3 Japanese from the other camp came over because one of the Chamorros in the other camp got mad at us because he was not giving anything. But he was told that you belong to that other side of the camp, so you got nothing coming for you. But he got mad, jealous, and he told the Japanese on his side. And they came over, 3 of them, 1 officer and 2 enlisted men. And they already started to run up the people in our side, because we've been digging this hole right next to the command post. And the reason for that hole is for us to go in and they're probably going to throw an hand grenade or whatever. But at the same time, for some reason, God bless the Chamorro in Georgia, there's a Marine on the north end of the camp that's already there, a patrol, 3 or 4 of them, I'm not too sure how many. And then the excitement that the Marine, the American is here. And the people got so excited, they start yelling, so for some reason the Japanese, the 3 Japanese that were there, started to run towards the river. At the same time, they were shooting already, the shooting taking place. And they told us to lay down in Chamorro or Pope. Then one of our own people then by the name of Bo, a Munoz family, got shot. He got between the crossfire. And these 3 Japanese, just as they start to jump towards the river, they got shot by the Marines. And that's what saved us from going to that big hole.
And so basically, in essence, you guys felt that you guys were digging your own graves.
That's exactly what we were doing. We were digging our own graves.
Primo, we're going to take a break again, okay?
Right.
We'll be right back.